If you've ever been confronted with a challenge and known that you shouldn't give up, perhaps you've been motivated by the story of the little engine that could. Or perhaps you're motivated by the story of the 27th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The 27th Amendment, that's the final amendment currently to the United States Constitution, reads as follows. No law varying the compensation for the services of the senators and representatives, that's the congressmen, shall take effect until an election of representatives shall have intervened. In other words, the 27th Amendment holds forth the fairly common sense idea that congressmen and senators should not be able to raise their own pay before they face an election. If the Congress votes a pay increase for themselves, they have to wait for that to take effect until the next election of Congress, so that presumably the people of the United States can vote out all the people who gave them a pay increase and have it changed before that happens. This amendment was actually included in the original 14 proposed Bill of Rights. Now, if you remember from government class, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. What happened to the other 4? Well, this is one of them. 3 of them were never adopted, but one of them was voted on by many states, but never enough for that 3/4 majority required under Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution. That is, until in the 1980s, a young student named Gregory Watson, who was a 20-year-old student at the University of Texas in Austin, was doing research for a class, came across this amendment, and wrote a paper on why this amendment, what we now know as the 27th Amendment, could still be ratified. It was still live. He noted that Article 5 doesn't create a time limit for how long it should take to ratify these amendments, and that if it had been voted on by some states, they could get more states to approve it. His teacher gave him a C on the paper and said that it was a terrible project and said he was wrong. He got so mad that he began reaching out to state legislators and waging a one-man war to get it adopted into the Constitution. He was finally successful, and so this C paper resulted in the latest amendment to the United States Constitution. So if you're facing an uphill battle today, just remember, never, ever, ever give up. You too might become part of the United States Constitution or prove your college professor wrong.